Now this is starting to look like the disaster Datsun, which I'm still having nightmares with. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the E30 Baur restoration. Now, if you caught the previous episode, we stripped the entire car, so we've got the front subframe, the rear subframe, the diff, the doors, the bonnet, the boot, etc. We've got all of that off, including this sound deadening, which is still in the car, that we need to clean out. In this episode, we need to get some box section, but in this episode, we're gonna get this car on a rotisserie and get it ready for sandblasting. So here we have the rotisserie in front of Mr. Matt Armstrong's BMW E24. We do have the rotisserie, so we've got to remanufacture this to fit this car because it actually came off a different car. But it's quite a big rotisserie. We need some box section, but we'll soon get that. We'll get this sorted, get it on a rotisserie, spin this bad boy round. Right, so that's the back almost fully complete. Now, this is based upon sort of friction. So the only things preventing this from sliding is these bolts, and they get bolted to this shaft. Now, I'm going to weld across the top just to make sure, because I don't want to just rely on the bolts in friction. But we put these L brackets on, they're bolted through the car, just need to tighten them up and that's all sorted. And then that's the custom fabrication for the back of the rotisserie complete. So we're not going to put the rotisserie quite on yet, because we're going to jump onto the front and then we can get the crane and lift this up and obviously put the rest of the rotisserie on. So now I'm going to move on to the front and get that sorted. Right, so this is the front. So we've got a similar situation with this bar here. So this is the bar that we've got. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fabricate a thick plate that fits just inside here, and then I can pop a hole in it, weld it to this, both sides, and then that can fit on there either side, and then we can use these 4 bolts to obviously hold that rotisserie. Right, so we've got the custom plates on this front section. Now this is literally to strengthen this whole sort of situation up. It's really thick steel this, so this will really add some strength to it. So what we're going to do is, I've already contoured this, so this is cut to this because it's on a bit of an angle. So we can weld these on to this and then obviously bolt these back in. I can always put some L brackets on there as well just to sort of like reinforce it even more. But this is, with it being an E30, it's a small car and it's quite light as well, which is a good thing. So now we're going to get the locking side of the rotisserie onto the back. So I'm just waiting for the welder at the moment. It's just being used. So while I wait for that, I'm going to get this section on the back. We're going to lift the back up with the crane, get this set up on the rotisserie, and then obviously we can continue on the front, get these welded on, and then get the front on the rotisserie as well. she is on the rotisserie. So on the back, on the front, there is an adjoining bar that goes between the two because we're going to turn this into a rolling rotisserie, which obviously has caster wheels on the bottom. But unfortunately, for some reason, the bar isn't long enough, so I'm going to have to fabricate an extended bar. But for now, this is obviously solid, the back's solid, the outriggers on this actual post itself are big, so this is literally like the rotisserie which Colin's car is on. So this shouldn't go anywhere. So what we'll do now is we'll give it a test spin and see exactly what lies underneath. Let's do it. Well, would you look at that? We actually managed to get it on the rotisserie. Now, apart from tripping over a very luminous pink rag, this rotisserie is not height adjustable. So it basically goes where it goes. So I think at the moment it's very top heavy. Also, I've not tried it yet, but I think the roof might actually collide with the actual thing itself. But that's not a problem. All we need to basically do is to get to the underside, and then we can swap it over and get to that side. That's not a problem. I've not tried it yet. It might not, but it might. Now, another problem we do have with the rotisserie is the joining bar. So the joining bar is not long enough. Now the joining bar basically ties this section here into the other side of the rotisserie on the bottom. So it's not just relying on the car to obviously stabilize it. Also, that means that it's rigid when you put the wheels on. Now we do have 6 or 8 wheels. I think we're going to use 6 for this, but we do have 6 wheels that we're going to put this on. So it turns it into a rolling rotisserie, so I can get it out of this spot and then work on Mr. Matt Armstrong's car in this spot, so I can obviously move it around. So that's the job for now. So what I need to do is I need to convert this into this smaller bar by using this bar down here, which is smaller than the big bar but bigger than the smaller bar. So I need to do that, so obviously I can extend the adjoining bar, get both welded together. I can fix it at that side as well, and then I can finally get the wheels on, get them welded on, use the crane to lift it all up, get the wheels welded on, and then we should be fully rolling, hopefully. Let's go. Right, so the adjoining bar is in. Now it's bolted at this side and there's a pin through it as well. And obviously you've seen me weld this side up. So we can unbolt this and take the rotisserie out if we need to. So that's all sorted. Now it comes to these bad boys. Now we've got 8 of these. I think we're only going to use 6. So we've got 3 on this side and 3 on this side. So this will turn it into a rolling rotisserie. So these plates are a bit bigger than the box section itself, So I'm gonna have to let it overlap and weld down the seams and then weld underneath when I get to it. But first, I need to pop this car so it's upright. I'll get the wheels welded on and then I'll do the same for the other side. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't go disastrously. Right, so the answer to that question of is the roof going to clear the rotisserie, the answer is no. But it's fine because we can rotate it one way and then rotate it the other way. That's not a problem. This is a two-man job to turn, but it is quite heavy, to be honest. Yeah, because it's so top heavy, it's difficult to turn it, and it's kind of working on friction here. The other rotisserie is slightly different. But yeah, anyway, with that aside, I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to lock it in place because I've not actually locked it in place yet. So it is free moving. I'm going to lock it in place and then I'm going to get it lifted up with a crane, get these wheels on and get it rolling. Well, here we go, the moment of truth. So I've put nice beads on all of them, all the way around, so they should be nice and solid. I've welded underneath that bar over there as well, so that's all done. Now, it's literally just time to drop it down and make sure it rolls all good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's do it. There she is, she's down. Right, I'll just take the brakes off of this side. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. All done. Done. I don't know what to do with myself now. Right, there we go. I had a little bit of a clean up, swept up. I don't know why, because I'm going to make a mess again. But it's always nice to start in a clean environment. Sent the crane over there, so that's all sorted now. Got a bit more light because the crane just overshadows everything. But it's all good. So now this is on wheels. We're all good. I mean, look at this. One finger. These are good wheels. Pav, you did well, Pav, selecting these wheels. Nice alloys. Awesome. Right, what am I going to do now? I'm going to fetch the car back because I'm going to start stripping the rest of what's underneath, because we've got brake lines, we've got fuel lines, we've got part of the air suspension system as well, which we need to strip off of there, get everything else off the bottom of the car, and then I'm going to make an absolute mess and strip all the underseal off. And I know what you're thinking, if you're blasting it, Ryan, why are you stripping the underseal off? And it's because it just bounces off. The blast meter actually just bounces off. When he was doing Matt's car, or the rest of Matt's car, there was a little bit in the filler cap, and he said it was just bouncing off, and it took like nearly a whole bag just to do a little section. So I'm going to get the wire wheel on it, which is over there. I'm going to strip all the underseal, see how far I can get, and yeah, it's going to be messy. Okay, let's just, right, I'm just going to do it. Right, let's bring this car back. Okay, slow down, slow down. Okay, this is fiberglass. This is 100% fiberglass. I don't want to say too much because Pav is going to watch this video, and I don't want him to think that I'm dissing his work. But Pav, what on earth is this? No, I don't think Pav did this. However, he did say there was an issue on this corner. Now this is starting to look like the disaster Datsun, which I'm still having nightmares with. Okay, right, okay, yeah, right. So what I'm going to do now is I want to take the rest of everything off. I just wanted to dig into this area because it did mention that there was a bit of an issue. We've got some rusting down here. Obviously, there's not much of that left, so I've got to rebuild that. That's awesome. And apart from that, I'm going to take everything else off the bottom of the car and then start wire wheeling everything. Yeah, let's do it. wow. I've just done just about the whole entire car in one sitting, apart from the wheel wells, which, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. 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 So that's going to make it a lot easier for the blasters to now blast it, because it's highly rubberized, and the blasters, when they were doing Matt Armstrong's car, they were saying that it was just bouncing back in the face, and they were using like 3-4 times more media just to get, you know, a little section. So for the whole entire bottom of the car, it's just going to take too long, and it's going to be very expensive for the media. Anyway, most of it's done, like I say. I may get to the wheel wells just before the blaster comes. I'm not sure if I'm going to get time, but at least most of it is done. Anyway, I also feel about 3 inches taller, because there's literally, can you see that? Can you see the amount? Can you see the amount? Okay, right, anyway, with that sorted, I think that's going to be it for this video, for episode 2 of the E30 Baur restoration. Catch us in episode 3, where we're going to get this blasted and we'll get it fully primed. And yeah, it's actually, yeah, we're moving right along.